how technology is changing the career in finance. A feature of Education 5.0. The other day I was just listening to one of your address. Okay, so how do you predict what are the transformations you feel are required in the financial education sector, let us say under Education 5.0, which can really address the need of the hour, that is both basics as well as technology? How do you think the curriculum universities and how education has to be imparted to really generate the students or the graduates with the right skill set to make a place in the financial world? Mr. Sikant, please.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Chatterjee. Basically, yes, Education 5.0 is one arena where, we have been pushing InCube, SOIL, School of Innovation and Leadership. We've been stressing more on, a large-scale transformation in terms of the professional education and professional preparation, the vocational preparation for the jobs as well as, for the career front. Could be to get into startups or even, choose the job-based market, domestic as well as in the global arena. So finance, management, economics and accounting, yes, these were part of financial careers earlier, last 3 decades or 4 decades or even before that. But as information technology took over and we heard about the friction and then, the Pandora box opened, kind of opportunities that really popped out were like even, unimaginable. Now we have the intelligent technologies coming into picture. That's the, we call it as artificial intelligence or, the robotic process automation. And, we have all those technology elements getting embedded into the real banking or the financial institution. This is a horizontal. Finance was a horizontal. Technology, information technology is a horizontal. Now it's an amalgamation of finance and technology together, right, which is now targeting every vertical, be it education, be it retail, be it pharma, life sciences, doesn't matter. Every sector, every industry is now basically touched with this digital financial component. So it's no more just a financial component, it's a digital finance or, the fintech, what we term here. We have millions of opportunities here in terms of jobs, careers, and then products that can be actually carved and which can be impregnated into these existing companies, organizations, and, our systems as a whole. Could be the regulatory to the corporate as well as the common man's life. We have syllabuses which are giving real good knowledge on the building blocks of the particular discipline, a single discipline. And we do have subjects, which are covering few aspects of management, of course, technology elements and all. But how do we amalgamate them? How do we convert them into an experience? Which could be a product or could be a business model. Or, it's recommended that the students or the working professionals get into small-time problem-solving exercises. We term it as venture-based learning, is the mantra going forward for the 21st century, where human evolution in terms of the professional aspects and all, it's a mix of technology, your innovation, management, and your entrepreneurial. Okay, we need all those frameworks together put into a solution. And this can happen only when you get involved in problem solving. There are millions of problem statements or thousands of problem statements that students can work upon while they're at the college level. Just create a small cooperative society within the college, just with one problem statement. If they can start off within their campuses, they try to reach out to the nearby banks, or they try to get in touch with the regulatory authorities. They try to get in touch with the technology resources within the college as well as outside. And in that process, right, maybe 1 or 2 years, basically within the campus itself, they can learn how, all these aspects are required and how they are put together for a product or a venture evolution, right? And this is what they do in the real job scenario. They don't do anything different from that. This has to be practiced. Just listening to the classrooms, sessions is enough. They get the information, there is information overload for everyone, the iOS, okay, fine, the information overload syndrome. But speaking versus doing, people will understand only when they start getting into problem solving. And my strong recommendation for any institution as well as individual, be it at the corporate level or somebody who's attending the college, get into problem solving. And SOIL, School of Innovation and Leadership, what we floated, we are all ready to help. We have such a huge pool of talent who needs mentorship there. It doesn't happen just by knowing the technology or just knowing few financial terms or few subjects and all. You need mentorship there. Approach people. This problem solving should be part of every discipline now, where the multidisciplinary aspects will evolve outside your outside the real the syllabus which is framed. Not everything can be implanted into the syllabus. It's impossible for them. They'll end up in 10 or 20 year program. It's impossible. So these micro PhD kind of programs is what I'm referring to. Got to get into problem solving, get exposed to technologies, frameworks outside your syllabus. Just convert them into a solution. Don't worry about the commerciality of the solution. Just apply it. And that is where we learn, okay, this is what is the thing. And that will improve your problem solving capabilities, your critical thinking capabilities, the team communication, collaboration, all the essential 21st century skills that World Economic Forum and all the institutions today or the industry is really shouting, hey, this is what is missing in the workforce. This will get implanted into everyone. So this is what I would strongly recommend.
That's a great, a great piece of 360-degree view, which I think will help the education is, first of all, the learners will largely depend upon how the education is framed the curriculum. So you have rightly pointed out that experiential learning, the problem solving, the venture ideation, and more importantly, the aspect which you touched upon, that approach the mentors. Because listening directly from the horse's mouth matters.